even if there's a small chance, we owe this to everyone who's not in this room to try.
The Avengers return to theaters in a big way. Avengers Endgame already set a new record for the biggest opening day. And here with more on this new Marvel movie and other films in theaters is Mike Scott from NOLA.com, the Times-Picayune. Good morning.
Good morning. And to say this is a big movie, this is a big movie.
I mean, it's just the dollar number they're talking about is off the charts.
Yeah, there are some analysts who think it could make $900 million globally in its opening weekend. And some people are actually opening up the possibility that it could be the first billion-dollar opening weekend. Wow. I think that's a long shot, but the fact that people are talking about that is nuts.
That's crazy.
That's how big this movie is. This is the movie of the year.
Oh, do you like it?
Yes. And I don't want to say too much because I don't want to give anything away, and there are a lot of things that happen in this movie.
They won't let you watch other movies if you do that, right?
Well, and then fans will also start throwing things at their TV.
Okay.
But I will say this, if you're a fan of the Avengers movies, I think you're going to be satisfied by this film, because not only is it a conclusion to last summer's Avengers Infinity War, it really is sort of a conclusion to the 21 previous Marvel films that we've gotten, dating all the way back to Iron Man in 2008. It really does sort of close the book on that and then set the table for what's going to come next. At the advanced screening I was at, there were some tears as the movie was in the home stretch, and then when the credits rolled, there was applause.
Really?
So, and that being said, as a critic, I can pick apart things about the movie. Like most of these Marvel movies, they're overblown, it's overlong, it's 3 hours, there's an over-reliance on visual effects, but you know what? Nobody cares. Nobody wants to hear that. This movie is going to do so well this weekend, and I think folks are really going to enjoy it.
I frequently tease Mike that he is a movie critic who actually likes movies.
I do indeed.
Because sometimes you read some of these critics and it's, do you even like movies?
Right.
All right, so there's one called Mine 9, which is about coal miners trapped.
Yeah, you know, I know this is a shocker, but some people don't care about the Avengers, John. And unfortunately for them, there are no other wide releases this week, but there are a few independent releases if you know where to look. Mine 9 is one that I really like. It's a very simple story. It kind of resides at the opposite end of the spectrum of the Avengers movie. It's about based on a true story of a group of Appalachian coal miners who go down into the mine and then become trapped in a methane explosion, and it's basically a struggle for survival to get out. It's a low-budget movie, but man, it doesn't lack for intensity. It's really well played, and it gets in and out. It's an efficiently told story. It's an hour and a half, only playing at the Zeitgeist Theater and Lounge.
All right, and then finally a documentary about New Orleans dance.
Right, this one's Buck Jumping by director Lily Keeber. She's a local filmmaker, and it opened at the New Orleans Film Festival last October. Now it's finally getting a theatrical run at the Broad Theater. And this talks about New Orleans dance and street dance and Mardi Gras Indians and second line traditions. And what I love about this film is that it's a cultural study. It's a cultural document that I think it's enjoyable when you watch it, but I think it's going to be valuable for people to watch in years ahead.
Sounds fun. Mike Scott from NOLA.com, the Times-Picayune.
My pleasure.